Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rosy O, and today I'm gonna do a quick little 10-minute-ish whip and chat. I'm adding the ish now because I've been catching my videos more than 10 minutes. So maybe I should just name it a quick whip and chat. You know what I'm talking about. So the wonderful canvas I'm working on today is my Cotton Candy Princess. I really want to keep working on this moving forward because I really want this painting to be my first completion for the month of June. I am super close to finishing. I only have this row with this section I'm starting to work on, this row above me with this beautiful release paper, and a small little section on the top of the edge, that row, and voila, I've completed this painting. I am loving it because, as you can probably tell, it's a lot of color blocking, which I am a multi-placer, so I'm kind of working on it quickly. So I really want to keep working on it, and I decided, yeah, let me use it for my whip and chats. Kind of pushes me to keep moving forward on it. So let me turn on, I have it on a light pad right now, so apologies for the bright light you'll see in a moment. There you go. Ooh, let me dim it a bit. It's a little bright on camera. And now it's a little too dim. Ah, there we go. And the section I'm going to work on is this wonderful little part. Apologies if you can't see it too well since it's kind of transparent. And I've been getting into the habit of starting from one side and just keep on rowing. And to me, I feel like I've been getting a lot more faster painting in that style. I think it's because it kind of keeps me in order. So I'm not color chasing. I've probably said that before in another video. Meaning I'm not deciding to go through the whole row, chasing just one color to work on. And this first color I'm going to work on is 3607. This nice, really dark pink. And I just love the pastel colors of this canvas. So that's why anytime I have a chance, I do pick it up, and I really want to work on it because the colors are so bright, and I don't know, the painting just makes me kind of happy. And yeah, that's why I always go back to it. So, how are y'all doing? I know it's the start of the week. I know. I know. It's the start of the week. So, currently for me, my job switched over to a summer kind of schedule. So I'm having to go in a little earlier than usual and come out a little later than usual. But the bonus of doing that is we're allowed to have on Friday at the end of the week, have a half day. So yay! I'm willing to add a little extra time because that means on Friday I can get a lot more extra time to diamond paint. And that's how I see it. So it's whenever you have to shift, especially, times or, your your schedule. There you go. I know it's a little hard in the beginning, but after a while you get, you start getting used to it and you just keep rolling along. And I just noticed this diamond fell. So I just need to drink more coffee. So, and that's how it works. Oh, apologies. That's how it works for me. So, and I love coffee. So if I have to drink another cup, I'm not complaining. Keep me going for the day. And so I can come home and work on these wonderful paintings. So I've been trying to get into the groove of it, but it's, I'm going to keep saying it's over and over. Apologies for that. It's hard work. That's all I'm going to say. But like I said, at the end there's a bonus, so I'm happy about it. And who doesn't love a half day? Of course, it's not a full day, but I'll take what I can get. And hopefully it'll give me a chance to work more on this canvas and on my other canvas I've been working on. I'm going to try really hard to finish 2 whips this month. I have this canvas and my perfect latte, the one I believe I did in another quick whip and chat. I'm going to finish that one this month as well. And that one is smaller. It's a 33 by 33, so I can go by really quickly. And that's the painting that I decided to sit down and actually time how many hours I'm taking to finish the canvas. This canvas though, it's, yeah, I never, when I first started this canvas specifically, I never thought of counting, you know, keeping a timer, counting the days or any of that. I just kitted up and only time I wrote, well, not time, I only wrote down the date I started it, and that was it. And it wasn't until later on I figured, you know what, I should record how long I'm taking to finish these wonderful canvases, because I love numbers. I love numbers, but numbers don't love me. So I love having the stats of, oh look, this is how long it took me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I noticed my microphone was a little far, so apologies for it. If I sound a little closer, sorry for that. And I really had to sneeze, so that's why I had to pause it, because I did not want to record myself sneezing. And as I was saying, that's why this painting, when I finish, all I'm really going to have is the start and end date. And this poor painting, oh my goodness, this poor painting. And the bottom section is kind of where I started. And I still was kind of new to diamond painting, so my placement wasn't the most straightest. So once I start giving the post review of this painting, you're going to see, ooh, that looks really different. Because when you start seeing this upper section that I've been working on, it looks a lot better than the poor bottom section. And some of my canvases that I have as WIPs, they look like that. Which is kind of neat, because you kind of see the transition of, you know, how my, I guess, style was when I first started painting, and then you'll see, you know, how I progressed, and I hopefully, in theory, looks like I got better. And I think that's kind of neat that since a lot of these WIPs are from last year, some of them from the beginning of last year, so you'll slowly see the transition of how I was placing my diamonds, and how some of them are not the straightest that you have seen. So I kind of like it. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of like a report card. Get to see, you know, how slowly I'm progressing. I get to the point that I feel comfortable saying I can diamond paint real quickly. I'm not at that point. I'm not claiming that now. So let me switch over to the next color. It's this nice little light orangey color, 3824. I love the little symbol. It's a little anchor, if you can see it. I really like that. And let me just pour them out. Sometimes I pour them out too aggressively and they'll spill out of the tray. That's happened to me before. And let me shake it a bit. And I love using, as you can probably see, I have several different, well, I don't believe you can see it. I have this kind of tray, so I have to do larger sections of colors. And then I have this smaller tray just for little sections. I love using, I got into the habit of using smaller trays because it's really useful, especially when you're multi-placing. So if you just need, let's say, cover one little section that has, let's say, I don't know, it needs 2 diamonds or some small number like that, you don't have to go through and pour them all into a large tray and then have to pour them back. It's more to save time. That's how I think of it. So that's why, since this section doesn't need that many, that's why I'm using a smaller tray. To each their own. I just got into that habit because I've seen other diamond painters do that style, and some of them use really, really small trays. Yeah, I can't do that small. So I thought, that is a really interesting style. So I started picking it up and it became habit. So it works really nicely. And I have to pour so many diamonds out to save time. See how I didn't really need to place that many of this color? And let me pour it down. Sorry, pour it back in the bottle. And yeah, oh, there was one thing I wanted to bring up in this video. Before that, let me get my next color because I did not pull it ahead. I do this A symbol, which the wonderful color is 3608. Really like this color. And this one, I do need the bigger tray. So well, this is a good example. As you can see, I print my own release paper. I finally found a way, well, not a way, figured out how release papers are kind of printed and all of that. Not that I'm planning to sell any, because goodness no. I know this was my Stardust painting from diamondartclub. So I'm not planning to sell, these release papers. I just really love how they looked, and I really wanted it printed for while I was working on the canvas. This poor painting, since it's an older one and I'm really close to finishing it, after I decided not to print any release paper for it. Don't get me wrong, I love the image, but I know it's not going to take me that long to finish, so I kind of didn't want to print it. In the future, when I do start new canvases, I'm going to try really hard to print the release paper for them. Because I don't know, I just really love seeing the little image on it. That, and I noticed I kind of like not seeing the section. So I fell in love when I did this for the Stardust painting, and it got me working a lot faster because I wanted to see what the next section was. Apologies. As you can see, this is a darker tone canvas, so the release paper, of course, is a darker color. I can't see through it too well. On the light pad, I kind of can, but not that clearly. So it's kind of like a secret. So when I pick it up, I reveal, oh, this is the next section, and I really like it. So what I wanted to bring up is, because I don't just want to be printing release papers of only the canvases themselves, I kind of want to design kind of my own little release papers that correspond to the painting. For example, if a painting I'm working on has a lot of bright blues or, darker reds, any kind of, color, that style, I want to design kind of a release paper that corresponds with the color. Most of the time I like putting flowers. So that's why I decided, you know what, let me just try to design just some generic ones that don't have a specific image. So I wanted to ask you all if y'all can leave a comment below. What kind of release paper do you believe I should design? Of course, I just said I love doing flowers, but there's only so many flowers you want to look at all the time, and I can always change colors. It's not a problem. It's just the design of it. What kind of image is it? And I did design one release paper. I'm using it for, ooh, what canvas am I using it for? I already forgot. It's a blue diamond. It's a diamond with kind of a blue ombre effect in the background. And I'm trying to remember what canvas I'm using it on. Oh, my Glacial Lake WIP. The one I recently kitted up. I'm using it on there because, it's ice. So, that's why I designed it a blue color. So, that's my logic on that. So, if you all have any ideas, you can put them in the comments below. I really appreciate it. And I'll see what I can come up with the suggestions that any of y'all wish to leave. Mostly because I'm curious what else I can design on it. The only thing I ask is nothing creepy, because I don't do creepy things. I don't like scary images and all that. So, nothing with horror or anything like that. Because I get creeped out. Sorry, I noticed that this diamond didn't place all the way down. And there we go. Just fixing them because I noticed they're really crooked. I'm just excited to be printing more release paper. I just know eventually I'm going to have to buy more color ink. Which, as we all know, isn't that really budget friendly. But usually I save up and wait. And when I have to buy something a little more pricier, for example, the ink, as I said, I'll wait a bit and then purchase and then try to print. The paper, though, I found it at a really, really affordable price on Amazon. And it's a large pack, so I'm going to be okay with paper for a while. Don't get me wrong, it's not the most top quality paper. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just a regular generic paper. That's why if you see it, there's no shine or anything to the paper. Mostly because I like that. I love the really kind of matte looking finish on release papers. And it just looks like a piece of paper, and I kind of like that. So, and I know I could buy, really nice foil paper and all of that, but my printer isn't. If it was a laser jet printer, yeah, I know I can be printing on that kind of paper, but my printer, I don't believe it can. I believe it'll smudge it more than anything. So that's why I didn't want to invest in really more expensive paper. Just regular white paper, as long as I can, you know, print anything I want on it without it affecting the image when I print it. Hopefully I made sense. I really want to finish placing this color real quick. And usually I take care of the lining before I start filling it out, but I'm just going through the line because I'm going through the row or the sections because I want to see how this one, I haven't seen I don't believe so. I don't think I've seen a completion of this painting. This painting, to my understanding, basing it off of my memory, came out last year. So I'm sure if I look around, I can probably find a completion, but I haven't seen it recently anywhere. Oh, well, let me look at the time real quick. Oh, it's 15 minutes. Oh, I wanted to mention something else. Oh, apologies. I was going to cough, but I didn't stop it in time. You know what? I'll bring it up for my next whip and chat. Oh my goodness. I'm going to keep y'all in suspense now. It's an idea that I've had, but it's going to be kind of a longer explanation. And I feel bad because, like I said, this is supposed to be a quick whip and chat. It's never a quick whip and chat, is it? So stay tuned for my next whip and chat. I'll bring it up. I'll write it down on a note, because I do forget things sometimes. And as I said before, I don't usually keep notes whenever I do the whip and chats. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to put a completion photo of this section that I worked on today on my, I was going to say Etsy, on my Instagram. Let me turn off the light. And voila. As you can see, multi-placing does help really quickly on placing the colors, especially large sections. And you can see it already coming together. Oh my goodness, I love the pastel colors of this painting. As I stated, I'm going to put this completed section on my Instagram so you can see it, because it's slowly moving along. I really love how her hair's coming out. And this painting as well, I'll put in the description below, just in case, you know, this canvas with these wonderful pastel colors is your cup of tea as well. And again, if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, all I ask is if you can do the usual. If you can like, comment, and subscribe, I really appreciate that as well. Really helps put the channel out there, and it really allows me the opportunity to show all of these wonderful diamond paintings we love to do. Just as colorful as they are. And again, thank you for your time, and have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you.